I forgot to put the microphone on because I have the dog with me, trying to get 2 jobs done at once. So, a few jobs get on with today in the garden, and a lot of cleaning up to do. So I ripped out last night. I got fed up with this bush and ripped all that out yesterday because I've got a lovely climbing pink rose in there to go by the back door, which would be really nice. This area sort of keep all the tomato plants and chilies, so I've just moved them out of the way for now. And so we're going to clean up that, get it all tidied up, get a lovely new rose put in. I have got the dog on the lead because he likes to smash and jump through plants, and we've got a few baby birds in the garden which he likes to chase at the minute, try to eat. So keep him on the lead for a minute. I'll take him off when I put the camera down. So another job on the list is I'll just clean this. The birds tend to dig all the compost out of the borders. Bear's eating a plant at the minute in front of me. So this is what it's like after a couple of months of no rain. This part of the garden looks not too bad. That is part of my second job, which is all of the boxes and pots out of the train carriage, which is going to get a good clean up today. This part of the garden, not terrible, because we've had put some water on that. That's yeah, job on the list today is to get in the train and get the jet washing done, get it all nice and clean. I'll turn the camera around in a minute, show you this part of the garden. So, yeah, this will all be redesigned and replanted. We had a wasp's nest here in the tree trunk, or what remains of the tree trunk, they hadn't removed it. And then it looks like a badger has come out and dug it all out and eaten some of the wasp nest. But rather annoyingly, he hasn't finished the job because they're still in there. So anyway, I'm not too bothered because all this part here is going to get redesigned, the new plants. I need to get myself a big tape measure and get all this planned out. The vegetable part is okay, but again, grass hasn't been cut for months. There is no point because it's not growing. The only thing that's growing really is the weeds in between. So it's making it look all patchy and a bit horrible, but that's the way it is. So waiting as well for a bit of rain before I can get and cut the rest of this hedge, because this looks a bit bad. I've blocked up the gate there temporarily for the badger. What will happen is when I finish off the fencing, I'll get some new mesh for that. We'll tidy it up. Pond is just going to be removed now because there's a leak in the liner. It looks terrible. This is the state of it at the minute. All the plants are obviously dying off because there's not any rain there, but yeah, it'll probably just get filled in anyway. It's a bit of a mess and it'll need redoing, so why not just fill it in and do it again. Just down the long part there, summer house as well will get repositioned and repainted because it's not installed properly. So that is really that for this quick one. I'll actually, let's come this way and go inside the train, have a quick look in there. And I think I'm going to get these, I'm going to transplant some seeds this morning, and then best get on and get that area cleaned up and get that job done before it gets too hot. It's going to be about 30 degrees. Not quite sure what's happening with the dog. Here we go. So yeah, all this border will be changed as well. Oh, train. Get that all tidied up. Get this jet washed. So I will get on and we'll do an after picture, and then we'll make all this nice potting area, and it'll look a lot better. Oh, this rose is called, it's called the Mary Delaney David Austin Medium Climber. So it will climb all up this wall here, go up the trellis and over the top and all over the side. Obviously this wall is only probably about 3 foot, with the trellis it's probably about 4 or 5 foot in total, but it'd be nice to have it going all over the top and all over the sides. So yeah, should look really nice. Let us get on with putting in some kale seeds now. So I'm going to re-pot some kale and get it done quickly while the sun's not too bright, and then we'll finish this off, and then we can get on with the train job and get on with that. Okay, so busy morning, but tailed off later on, mainly because of kids and stuff. It's been very hot as well today, so the baby's been grumpy. Yeah, so difficult, but we have made a fair bit of progress with this. It's all been jet washed down. There's not much point in cleaning up much more because I'm going to have to get sander out and sand, but the difference is pretty amazing from how it was this morning. Yeah, there was so much rubbish. I mean, you can see on the floor here that all the bits of dirt and rubbish coming out. Yeah, I've pulled all the nails out as well. You can see where the jet wash has been on there. So we'll get a sander in here, sand it all off, and then we will sweep it all up and clean up. Fair bit of rotten wood in there due to the top corner leaking, which means I've got to get up on the ladder, get the corrugate tin off and find out where it's leaking. I can, well, pretty much see where it's leaking, so I'll need to replace the wood. Just kind of my third shower of the day, and I thought I would do a quick tour of what we've been up to. So yeah, that's all got to come out. I'll clean all that up once I rip out all the rotten wood. Get it all sanded first. Here's some of the roses that, I mean, it just looks like such a mess around here because we've had no rain at all for months, so everything's pretty much burnt and brown. These roses here are really nice. So again, well, I've got all of the pots and things out of the shed, but I potted up these roses, which are a shrub rose. They have a really nice flower on them. The smell is amazing actually in here as well. That's really nice because you can see the hydrangea in the background, which sort of offsets it. That's a viburnum, which is just hanging on there. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow probably, and throughout the week, but we'll see, because that's happened before and then stopped. So come through here. I've watered the plants. Well, just the main ones really. So we were away for a couple of days as well, which means that everything got sort of burnt a bit worse. But here is the new seating area with, I'm not sure I mentioned, the roses are David Austin roses, so that's the climber that I put in. Should look really good. Rubbish on the side I've got to clean up, and new trellis as well. And this rose that's called Olivia something or other, but the smell is amazing. That's another David Austin. I thought it would be really nice in a pot by the back door. So the mistake I made when I started doing the garden was I started planting areas that were out of sight, and I thought that's a bit silly because you really want to start on the areas that you can see. I mean, the garden is immense. You can lose hundreds of pounds on flowers in one area. You can lose £1,000 on flowers and pots in just one part of the garden. It's that much of a rambling sort of space with very deep borders. My plan is to make even more borders, but yeah, that's a job for the winter, I think, to create the borders. And then what I'll do probably back end of this summer is I'll do lots of cuttings and seeds, which will help keep the cost down, because again, that'll be a really expensive job to plant all that out. So there we go. I'm off for the third shower of today. Might sit out here and have a nice cold beer in a minute. Watch the sunset over there, and it does. So
let's come back when I can show you a bit better after shots on the train, and hopefully we've had the rain and I've cleaned the garden up a bit more than it is. But everything is just, I've watered all these cosmos here and the hydrangea, but everything else is pretty much in need of a good bit of rain, which we've not had now for a long time. See you in the next one.